Hello, welcome to another video with me, Winner NJ, to another video of Weekly NJ, in which, once again, one anime this week that I'm talking about, which, yeah. First one that I got to talk about for this new season, which is Jaku-Chara's second season, mainly because, yeah. I spent the first episode just kind of trying to remember what it was exactly that I didn't like about the first season, which kind of just came down to me thinking it was like all the fact that I just feel like it's fake a bit with the characters and stuff. Like you got all the manipulation going on, and some of the characters basically just straight up wearing a mask, basically. At least that's what it felt like to me. But yeah, the second episode of this season's kind of really reminded me why I didn't actually like the anime at all that much, despite all the gaming themes in it, which is AoHII. She is basically the reason why all those things that I don't like exist in the anime, from what I can tell. Considering she's the whole reason why Tomozaki's changed, considering she's basically forcing him to change how he is and everything, instead of just trying to guide him. And then you also have the whole thing in the previous season with the whole girlfriends thing and forcing him to get one. It's like, yeah, AoHII is definitely the reason why I don't like the anime that much, I think. But yeah, I'm going trying to enjoy this season. I'm going to try to, but I highly doubt I will, considering the fact I kind of feel like I may end up dropping it, possibly. I'm not entirely sure, but it's possible that it will happen. But yeah, that's kind of the only thing I really had to say there. So moving on to the next thing I got to talk about, which is Devious World. Got through the stuff there from the last two updates it's gotten. So yeah, starting from the top there with version 89 with the two things that it has, which is first Jamie getting the charisma earring from Niall, which basically there, with a newfound confidence you get from that, you can basically become a femboy, and yeah, that kind of eventually leads to stuff with Maya. So yeah, decent little bits there, that's kind of nice. And then you got Cyan with the looking into the werewolf gathering in the magic book, which basically leads to the beginning of a gangbang with a bunch of werewolves. Yeah, pretty sure I would have enjoyed some of the other routes in that section being there instead of what we got, but yeah. Moving on to the next version with version 90, the stuff added here. Jamie declining the oddly charismatic man basically there, which you of course go on. Moving on to the next house, which is apparently owned by one of your parents' old friends from college, which you end up coming to know as Aunt Freya over like next year or something, I think it was, that went by in the eye there quickly. And eventually you get to Christmas break, in which you then have to spend the whole Christmas break there with her and everything. In which currently you only got two things you can really choose to do. Well, at first, which is going into her room or going into her gym. First off, with the going into her room, you basically end up watching videos she made in the past where Freya's a futa and stuff. And then you got the other route, which you go into the gym, in which basically everything there ends up turning you into a furry or something like that. Mostly just the Christmas stuff there, in which you end up becoming a reindeer boy with a red dick. And your name basically turns to Rudy, of course. But yeah, that's that stuff. Decent chunk of content in that, to be honest. And it's overall okay, I think. So yeah, moving on to the next thing with Holly. You can ask for Santa for things now. Which, yeah, it's only one thing currently in which you can ask for a boyfriend that is sensitive and empathetic amongst other things, basically. In which you end up getting a girlfriend instead. Because all the other things that she asks for is literally just impossible to get from a boyfriend. Yeah, and actually there was one other thing there, but it's just one thing, which is basically you ask for some good dick, and you end up becoming a futa instead, because Santa doesn't know modern lingo and everything. But yeah, that's kind of good there, I guess. I'm not exactly sure. Not tons there, but it's something. And then you finally got Cyan there, which can agree to help the villagers when playing the DMD game with Dean, basically. In which you continue to tease him with your succubus character that you got, and you end up making a self-insert character in the game for him, in which you end up making your servant. So yeah, plenty of teasing going on there. Honestly, really like it, considering it's one of the favorite ships they kind of got when it comes to characters in this game is Cyan and Dean, despite how little content those two actually have with each other. But it's kind of one of my favorites, despite all that. But yeah, that's all the stuff that was in Devious, last two updates for Devious Worlds there. So yeah, I also managed to finally get around to continuing Trials and Tainted Space and stuff. Finally. Actually got most of the content that's in Corgi Hold on Uvato done. So I am basically ready to do the Siege of Corgi Hold quest, considering that's basically the only thing there left for me to do. In which, get that done. Just gotta finish up what's little's left when it comes to other characters on Uvato, and then I got the entire planet done when it comes to content. So that's nice. And one other thing guess I'll be mentioning here is I took a look at the Age of History 3 alpha video, and from what I can tell with the looks of things and that, it's kind of just a mix of all the major grand strategy games, but without all the fancy graphics, basically. That's what it looks like currently. Just a 2D grand strategy game that has a mix of all the grand strategy games in it. With, of course, out all the fancy 3D graphics and all that stuff. Also, it kind of doesn't really look like I'm going to be able to just brute force everything like I currently do in Age of History 2. Which I guess is a good thing. Considering I do like strategy games for strategy, but Age of History 2 is just so simple that you can literally just brute force absolutely everything. So I guess it's nice that I'm going to have to actually use some strategy for things. Though it also probably means videos are going to take even longer to record in that game. So, yeah, that's not something I'm looking forward to. I already spend quite a bit of time recording videos already. But yeah, that's kind of everything for this video, I think. Eh, so far the Age of History 2 series I'm doing is the Ottoman Empire is doing well, to be honest. Actually better than I was expecting it to, considering the first week of the year wasn't great compared to what I've been getting the last few months. But it's still okay, I guess. But yeah, that's it for this video, I guess, since I don't exactly have anything else to talk about here. So yeah, that there is the end of this video. Hope you've all enjoyed it. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.